between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Who'll get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Jacob deGrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his three pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96, great slider, and a really good changeup. What makes him so good? He'll throw all three of his pitches at any time.
Stepping up to the plate, Gleyber Torres. He will lead this one off today. First pitch coming. Here it is. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. A 1 pitch on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
A bouncer to the left side. Rosario's got it. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Here's big Aaron Judge. In previous duels with deGrom, he's 1 for 3. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. deGrom, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
1 out, nobody on. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. 2-1. Now the 2-1 is taken below the zone for a ball. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Stepping into the box, number 68. He'll get his first shot with the bat here. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Severino, just 24 years of age. This is his first year at the big league level. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. Torres has it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Stepping into the box, Michael Conforto. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Hicks. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. We are still scoreless.
Leading off for the Yankees, shortstop.
First offering on its way. High in the air out to center field. Conforto on the move. And that's the first out of the inning.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's focus our attention on catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to have to step up today and have a big game for these guys. Not known necessarily for his defensive acumen, more of a big pop guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. In previous duels with DeGrom, 2 hits in 7 tries. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Here comes the 1-2 to Hicks. Missed with a breaking ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. Three and 2 to the Yankees center fielder.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4. Now at the plate, Miguel Andujar. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And pretty fortunate here as they do wind up getting the out at first, although the runner will advance to second. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Here comes the first pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Oh and 1, here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Hicks stands at second with 2 gone. One and 2 to the Yankees catcher.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
1 and 2, here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks at bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Stepping in, Luke Voigt. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's 1 for 5. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Conforto moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch of the at-bat.
Left fielder.
Sliders in for a strike. Changeup in for a strike. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
And that'll go as the Mets' first hit of the ball game.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 2-0 the count to Jay Bruce.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Nobody out, runner on first. Runner goes for second. He swings and misses. Throw down. In time as he just gets the tag down. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss by Bruce as he set down on strikes, 2 away.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Missed with a slider. The 2-2 one more time. Is laid off and the count runs full. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Mets go down quickly. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the 3rd inning in this one.
The pitcher, number 40.
So stepping in, Luis Severino, 9-1-2 due up. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
The Yankee pitcher at the plate with a 1-1 count.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carried. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Count is 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Digging in, Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. The Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Hit back up the middle. Rosario's got it cleanly, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 99.
Digging in to try it again, Aaron Judge. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Up around the face.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. Hard ground ball to 3rd. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Into the box now, Brandon Nimmo. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Right fielder.
Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. This is line to left, but coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out. Digging in, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
2-2 to the Mets catcher. Here now the 2-2. Line toward the alley in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. So coming to the plate, Jacob deGrom, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. 1-1. Is a slider taken for a ball.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Ahmed Rosario would be next. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking up around the letters. Down in order go the Mets. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
After two breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Giancarlo Stanton becomes the first out of the inning. And that misses inside. 1-0. And it's fouled away. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there. 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Hicks is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike 2, says the third base umpire. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row. He's set down now at the... Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ahmed Rosario. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Three and 0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
The 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. At the plate, number 68 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's set. Here it comes. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. This is pulled into right. And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out. Digging in now, Michael Conforto. He flew out in his last at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
In for a strike. It's 1-1. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Squared that one up just a little late. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
This is their time right here. This starting pitcher has been on point all day. Runs have been at a premium. They have an opportunity to do something special right here.
No balls and 1 strike. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
All right, no more hope, and he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Yoenis Cespedes goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ready with the 1-0 now to Bruce. Here's a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Chopped at the plate. On the first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get
into the windup? Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
3-1 to him now. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
Fouled off. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Stepping up now, Gary Sanchez. He drew a walk his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. Into the box, Luke Voigt. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
The windup and the 0-1. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He most certainly does. 10 straight. He's retired now. Here's Todd Frazier now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
That's wide. 2-0. Three and 0 now. Brandon Nimmo is on deck. Frazier in front, 3 balls and a strike. Bounce slowly back toward the mound. And there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 9.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there, strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Behind 0-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Into the box now, Luis Severino looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, this is where you have to be really aggressive. 1-2 count on an American League pitcher that rarely bats. Go right after him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Lifted in the air out to right. Waiting on it is Nimmo, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is taken outside for ball 1.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Now the 2-0. 2-1 now. Now the 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Ready for another shot now, Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is a fastball down below the knees.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. He's down low, and he gets the call. Strike 3 looking. One left. So here's the Mets pitcher, Jacob deGrom. He'll be the first to the plate for the Mets in their half of the 6th. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. It was a walk in his last trip. Leaves a slider right over the middle. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point right
now. The 2-2 is taken, ball 3. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Ready once again, number 68. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys we're seeing.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya. So it's a solo shot to dead center as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks.
As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Swing and a miss for strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting. Third base.
Now at the plate, Miguel Andujar. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Another payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a wall.
The batter.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A 2-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Seth Lugo comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 67. Lugo.
Into the box, Luke Voigt. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Missed with a slider. 3 runs already home here. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Nimmo in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 40.
Riding in once again, Luis Severino. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Neil Walker.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. And that one just missed outside. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Gleyber Torres. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Here's the 0-1. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. McCutchen, a former Pittsburgh Pirate, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. Andrew McCutchen will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. Chad Green gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 57.
Here comes the first pitch. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Yoenis Cespedes. A hit in 2 tries so far. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. A swing and a ground ball to third. Andujar's got it, and there's out number 2. Here's Jay Bruce now. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. Count now, a ball and a strike. A bouncer to the left side, and that's going to be a base hit for Bruce. And Todd Frazier on deck will have a chance to bat this inning.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
Hicks is going to have room out there as he. Paul Sewald has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. It was a walk in his last trip. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Striding into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no thanks.
Here's Didi Gregorius. They still get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His second home run of the game. And that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now. So that was the third home run for these guys today.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night. But a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Slider's in for a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
So a nice running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Showtrack. He took a nice route, covered a good amount of ground, 100 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. Well done. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. 5-0 New York. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Down the first baseline. 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the move is Stanton. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Next for the Mets, Travis d'Arnaud. He went down on strikes last time up. And that's in there for strike one. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Travis d'Arnaud goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. High in the air out towards shallow right. In comes Judge. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Jerry Blevins enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Looked like a sinker there, but he got under it anyway. This is lifted out to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. The throw into second, and he'll get in there safely.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
In now, Luke Voigt. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
Now batting, pitcher, Chad Green.
The pitcher, Chad. Greg Bird will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 33, Greg Bird.
A ball and no strikes. Sanchez leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. A ball and a strike now to Bird. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. First time up, he went down looking.
Andrew McCutchen.
From the stretch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. One and 1 to Andrew McCutchen. Now the 1-1 pitch. He swung on and missed for strike number 2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as this. Zach Britton, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, Dero. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Conforto. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
In there, and it's 0-1. In previous meetings with Britton over the years, he's got a 3-for-7 line. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. The Mets down to their final strike. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
The count now at 2-2. Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Count remains 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Hits this one hard the other way. On to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
5-0 the final score today. New York jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Luis Severino pitches well enough to get the W. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious Yankees. 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Mets, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and please drive home safely.